Good evening, friends. Welcome to the PANSIGHT webinar. Okay, today's topic is humor therapy. This webinar is based on quotes and anecdotes. Quotes means quotations. Anecdotes, interesting incidents from my own personal life and from the lives of other people. And it requires a rich sense of humor if you want to enjoy the quotations. Numerous books on humor, laughter, how to tell a joke. Politics is a joke. Laughter is the best medicine. Politics is where you can find a lot of, you can enjoy, you can laugh a lot, especially every day. Every day. I laugh a lot while reading the news, the political developments. Latest one, tomorrow I'm going to read more and laugh more about what is happening in the parliament, outside the parliament premises. All those gundaism, hit and this one, and 2 MPs are in the hospital. Lot of fun is happening there. Humor sense, the ability to be amused by something seen, heard, or thought about, sometimes causing you to smile or laugh. I'm going to show you the pictures of 3 immortal personalities. Abraham Lincoln, Gandhiji, Hitler. Okay, in the chat box, I would like to know your response. Who had sense of humor or who didn't have sense of humor? If somebody didn't have the sense of humor, put that name. Just the name of a personality who didn't have sense of humor. Let me see. Come on, come on. Gandhi. He did have or he didn't have? I'm asking you, people who didn't have.
Didn't have yet.
Didn't have.
No.
So Bindu says Gandhi didn't have sense of humor. Okay. So you mean Hitler had a sense of humor? Mahatma Gandhi didn't have. No, I have shown only Hitler, not Stalin. Okay. Good. The answer is all of them had rich sense of humor. Abraham Lincoln, Gandhiji, and Hitler. The difference is Hitler never used to crack jokes, but he used to laugh loudly if somebody cracked jokes. His own personal bodyguard, he has written a memoir, and in that one he has mentioned about how Hitler used to laugh in the company of his friends. Gandhiji and Abraham Lincoln, I'm going to show you a couple of their own words, quotes. Then, what about these 3 people? Sadhguru, Osho, Rajneesh, and Nityananda. You can see that one, Y equals MC squared is wrong. Answer, the chat box. Do all of them have good sense of humor or some of them? If some of them, put the names. Okay, Nityananda, Archana Vedanta. Okay. Nityananda. Okay. The answer is Nityananda. If you watch his video, then you will find it difficult to suppress laughter. Nityananda, occasionally if I'm feeling very much bored, I look for Nityananda some video. This guy talks about Lord Shiva. His left eye represents is the physics, right eye chemistry, and his third eye biology. You won't find this in anywhere else. Like that, many things, whatever he says, that one, if you have good sense of humor, you will laugh. Then Osho, his sense of humor, amazing. He always used to cite the Mullah Nasruddin stories. If you watch his video recordings or if you read the books also, Mullah Nasruddin stories. What about Sadhguru? Shankarapillai stories. So the secret behind their success is, thank you, Ramanarji. That is, they know how to entertain the audience. When the audience is entertained, they won't leave. They will come back. If it is a dull, dry, boring talk, no, you'll find it very difficult to attract the audience. The same way Swami Chinmayananda, again, very rich sense of humor. And he used to, again, do some mimicry when he was a child. Gandhiji, if I had no sense of humor, I would long ago have committed suicide. And another one, my own professor, Dr. P.P. Joseph, he told me once, I couldn't find the reference. When Gandhiji is the eldest son, I think his name is Manilal or Harilal, he converted to Islam. He became a Muslim. Then the media people, they wanted to know the reaction of Gandhiji. So they approached Gandhi and said, oh, your son, now he has embraced Islam. Now, what do you think? And Gandhiji's response was, it is neither a loss for Hinduism nor a gain for Islam. About his own son, neither a loss for Hinduism nor a gain for Islam. Sense of humor. Then Abraham Lincoln, gentlemen, why don't you laugh? With the fearful strain that is upon me night and day, if I did not laugh occasionally, I should die. And you need this medicine as much as I do. And for your kind information, Abraham Lincoln was good at mimicry. He used to mimic his opponent. So these are the facts unknown to you, right? If you are not known to you, put N in the chat box. Because I want to make sure that I am sharing something new. Archanaji, yeah. So, because whenever I give a talk, before that I do a lot of reading and research. That is how I came across these facts. Therapy. The word means treatment intended to relieve or heal a disorder. So humor therapy, that is to relieve what? Stress or pain. Laughter is a wonderful medicine. It reduces stress hormones. The stress hormones are adrenaline and cortisol, steroids. Adrenaline, blood pressure goes up, blood sugar goes up, heart rate goes up. Cortisol, it reduces the resistance, immunity. So these are the stress hormones. When there is anxiety, fear, worry, because I'm a medical doctor, please remember that fact. And plenty of people now, they are suffering from a significant number of the above mentioned health problems like hypertension, diabetes, palpitation, insomnia, inability to sleep, because adrenaline stimulates the brain. So that is where the laughter, it reduces the stress hormones and will give big relief. Is it understood? If you understood, put you in the chat box. I want to make sure that I am explaining things in an easily understandable way. Thank you, Venugopal-ji. Yes. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. People know how. They may want. So I'm telling you how, what happens to your system. And boost immunity. How? Inside our body, there are immunoglobulins. And this one, laughter, it increases the level of immunoglobulin A. That's called IgA and IgE. What's the benefit? IgA protects the person from frequent bronchitis, getting bronchitis, pharyngitis, sinusitis. Plenty of people frequently come with, cough, they need antibiotic, or throat pain, antibiotic, headache, sinus infection, antibiotic. If you laugh every day, good laughter, your IgA level will go up. That will protect. Are you impressed? If you are impressed, put I in the chat box. I don't remember when was the last time I had a bronchitis. When was the last time I took an antibiotic? I don't even remember. Thank you, Agency. IgA, IgE. IgE against some allergy. Some allergic problems, yes, that will help. It releases endorphins. Some of you might have heard about the endorphins. These are the natural painkillers. They are just like the opium. Body releases these endorphins. No side effects. So what is the advantage? Especially some people above the age of 50 or 60, they usually have knee pain, back pain, or sometimes they get a headache. They have to take pain pill. If you laugh regularly, you may not need any pain medication. Norman Cousins, he was a journalist and he was suffering from severe arthritis, ankylosing spondylitis. He had to take pain medication 3 or 4 times a day. And once when he was away and he was in a hotel room and he was there for 3 or 4 days and he watched the comedy movies of Marx Brothers and he laughed. And then 2 days later, he realized that he didn't have to take pain medication. Those 2 days, he didn't take any pain pill. So he talked to one medicine professor in the UCLA. And then they conducted research. Then they discovered, yes, endorphin. That is how it validated the old saying, laughter is the best medicine. Endorphins are released. You can save a lot of money as well as side effects from taking the pain pill. Improves sleep, obviously. When you are relaxed, when you feel relaxed, you get good sleep. No side effect, obviously. I can share jokes, but I cannot make you laugh if you lack sense of humor or hasya rasa. Oh, I have seen some people, they don't have any sense of humor at all. Look at that, Ladaji. He is sitting with a smiling expression. And Ramendran is also smiling expression. But I have seen some people, you crack a joke, no smile. Because I'm a stand-up comedian, for your information. I'm a stand-up comedian. I was the vice president of Chiri Club in Trivandrum for 5.5 years. And every month I used to give a stand-up comedy performance lasting 15 to 20 minutes. I use the PowerPoint. So I must have given over a period of 5.5 years and subsequently also more than 70 stand-up comedy performance. Some for fee also. I was hired to entertain in Kochi. I was paid well. And whenever I go there, some people I see when I crack a joke, or some people they laugh. And some people, no expression. Just like a gorilla. They stare at me. There is an old Malayalam movie, Jeevikkan Marnu Poya Stree. Like that, Chirikkan Marnu Poya Manishirund. Some people, you cannot make them laugh. Albert Einstein, a scientist with a high or huge or rich sense of humor. Look at his quote. Only two things are infinite: the universe and human stupidity. And I am not sure about the former. So he is sure about, he is not sure whether the universe is infinite, but he's absolutely sure that human stupidity is infinite. Is it funny? If you're funny, put F in the chat box. And is it true also? If it is funny and true, put FT. FT. Yes. Stupidity, my goodness. I will give you one example of stupidity. For my green card, in 1998, I applied for the green card. And before they process the green card, you have to go and give the fingerprint and medical exam report, X-ray, everything to make sure that you don't have TB or HIV. Then after 1 year later, I received a letter from the immigration office saying that your fingerprint has expired, so I have to come for getting a new fingerprint. Can you believe this? Medicine expiry, I have heard about it. Fingerprint expiring. So I went to the office. I had to cancel my clinic. So some 20 patients were upset. And one day my pay is gone, salary gone. And I had to go to the office early morning by 6 o'clock, wait in the line. And then by 10 o'clock, I went before that guy to take the fingerprint. I asked him, how can the fingerprint expire? He looked at me with a serious face. If you want an answer, you have to contact the Washington. If you want to answer, you have to contact the Washington. Sir, would you like to get your fingerprint done or not? Because he didn't make all these rules. Then I got the fingerprint. Is it over? No. Even now, they say after 1 year, fingerprint expired. So Albert Einstein is correct. Am I right? If I am right, put R. There are numerous such incidents. I share only one. That is enough. The chicken came first. God would look silly sitting on an egg. Abraham Maslow. Always there is a debate. Which one came first? Chicken or egg? Chicken or egg? Somebody said, no, it is egg. Somebody, that's why history said, chicken came first. Otherwise, who will sit on the egg? The God will have to sit on the egg. So God created chicken first. Is it funny? If it is funny, put F in the chat box. I told you, I'll be sharing quotations. And thank you, Ramanji. So when I read such quotations, I laugh. And my dear friends, inside every quotation, there is some truth. Some truth. That is how it makes you laugh. Okay, Archanaji? Right. I always said, if you need Viagra, you are probably with the wrong girl. Is it funny? If it is funny, put F in the chat box. Donald Trump. Okay, he says that if you are not able to get a good erection, maybe that girl is not good looking or ugly. That is why you are not getting that stimulation. And Trump, He has an 18-year-old son now. Trump is 78 years old. This son looks exactly like Trump, 100%. So at the age of 60, he was able to, okay? So that's why he's saying that. And his third wife, she was a model. She was a beautiful woman. So if you are require Viagra, you are with a wrong girl. Get his sense of humor. Trump has got a very good sense of humor. The big difference between sex for money and sex for free is that sex for money usually costs a lot less. Real life example. Again, Trump never used to go for sex for free. He even paid the porn star. He never for free. Whereas what happened? Bill Clinton got sex for free from Monica Lewinsky. Then he had to pay a lot of money for legal battle, attorney fee, nearly $1 million he had to spend. So that is that quotation. Sex for free costs more than sex for money. Do you agree? Put A in the chat box. One real life example. Thank you, Devendraji. Okay, Amedran, Dadaji. If you want to know how old a woman is, ask her sister-in-law. Okay? So there is also some truth. If you ask a sister-in-law, she will tell the age. Okay? Ladaji, your endorphin level is going to go up very much. Your IgA level go up because you are enjoying the whole session. You are laughing out a lot. So I have boosted your that is our immunity through this session. I don't make jokes. I just watch the government and report the facts. This is what I'm doing these days. What are happening in that political circus inside the parliament? All this back and forth, arguments, counter arguments, silly arguments, no facts, emotional reaction. Oh, I enjoy a lot. Every day I laugh a lot. My dear friends, for your information, I'm 72. I'm 72. I'm not on any pain medication. I don't take any pain pill because I don't have any knee pain or back pain or I will get headache. I'm not on any blood pressure pill because my blood pressure is normal. And I'm not on any medication for diabetes. I don't have that problem. Because the adrenaline, I told you, adrenaline and cortisol, frequently if you release, your blood sugar level goes up. So are you impressed and convinced that laughter is the best medicine? Every day I laugh at least some 10 to 20 times. 10 to 20 times. When I talk to my friends, I always share some humorous incident and newspaper. So, okay, I'm here to validate the fact laughter is the best medicine. If you could kick the person in the pants responsible for most of your trouble, you wouldn't sit for a month. Theodore Roosevelt. What does it mean? Who is responsible for most of your problems? You are responsible. That is why he's saying that nobody else is responsible for your problems. If you want to kick the person who is giving you the trouble, kick your butt. So then you won't be able to sit for a month. Archanaji, thank you. So that president, his sense of humor, how he has put a truth in a funny way. Funny way. Don't blame anybody else. You should be blamed. You are responsible for making your life a hell. An expert is a man who tells you a simple thing in a confused way in such a fashion as to make you think the confusion is your own fault. Do you agree? Do you agree? Some people, when they talk, you will find it extremely difficult to understand what they are talking about. Okay? Yeah? Awful communication skill. The same way, sometimes the Shashi Tharoor, when he talks, or his Twitter message, my goodness, what is it? What is it? He's a language expert. You will find it difficult to understand. Do you agree? If you agree, put A in the chat box. Always use simple words, plain words. That's what I do. When I talk in the hospital also, the patients like me. I was able to explain things layman's language. I never used to use the jargon, medical jargon. Because many doctors in Kerala, I'm from Kerala, that's why, they use jargon. With the patient, എന്താണ് അസുഖം? ചെറിയൊരു ഇടിമയ്ക്ക് വന്നിട്ട് മറ്റേ ഒരു ഇതാണ്. പിന്നെ പ്രോഗ്നോസിസ് ഇപ്പോൾ പറയാൻ പറ്റത്തില്ല. ഒരു 48 മണിക്കൂർ കഴിഞ്ഞാലേ പ്രോഗ്നോസിസ് പറയാൻ പറ്റത്തുള്ളൂ. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ദി കാഷ്വാലിറ്റി. They are worried. They are asking, okay, how is the patient? And that prognosis, ഒരു 48 മണിക്കൂർ കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പറയത്തില്ല. How many people understand? Do you know the meaning of the word prognosis? If you don't, put N in the chat box, my dear friends. Prognosis. You must have heard the word diagnosis. But prognosis, if you don't know, put N in the chat box. N. Prognosis means what will be the outcome? What will happen? That's what they want to know. Now they are brought to the casualty in a serious condition. So obviously family members want to know how, when will he better? The answer is 48 hours കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടേ prognosis പറയാൻ പറ്റത്തുള്ളൂ. This I witnessed this piece of dialogue 10 years back when I was in Trivandrum. I went to the medical college hospital and I wanted to see a doctor in the casualty. While I was going inside the casualty, I saw a junior doctor talking to a bystander of a patient. So I overheard. പേടിക്കാൻ വല്ലതും ഉണ്ടോ? That patient പേടിക്കാൻ വല്ലതും ഉണ്ടോ? Is there anything to worry? This guy, again, the expression also was not matching. He was wearing a smile. 48 hours കഴിയുമ്പോഴേ prognosis പറയാൻ പറ്റത്തുള്ളൂ. So that guy thought that nothing serious. Okay? That guy thought nothing serious. He is saying that I cannot say anything. He is critical. It will take at least 48 hours. So most of the doctors, they are poor communicators. And once when I was with B.K. Matthews, the CEO of IBS, that is in the Techno Park, he asked me this question: why do doctors talk as if they are come from a different planet? He asked me, why do doctors talk as if they have come from a different planet? So that is where I use simple words. Everybody can understand. Thank you. I can prove anything by statistics except the truth. Before I forget, one more interesting incident. On cardiology professor, when I was doing a association in Toronto Medical College, he always talks. Many patients find it extremely difficult to understand him. And he put an X-ray, chest X-ray. Then he looked at the patient and bystander. സഹൃദയരായിരിക്കണം, വിശാല ഹൃദയരാകരുത്. He said, you should be good-hearted, not broad-hearted. The patient, they didn't understand anything. And subsequently, they approached me. സാറേ, വലിയ സാറ് പറഞ്ഞ എന്താണ്? സഹൃദയരായിരിക്കണം, വിശാല ഹൃദയർ എന്താണ്? What he meant was, you have an enlarged heart. X-ray shows your heart is enlarged. So that is not good. And he used that word, Vishala Hridayaragaru. So this thing is, they were not able to understand. So this on statistics. Yeah, you can use statistics in any way. For example, the research or studies show that is 20% of the motor vehicle accidents are committed by people who drive after consuming alcohol. So 20% after alcohol. We can interpret this way. What about the 80%? They drink only coffee or tea. So more number of accidents, not from alcohol. More number of people die from consuming tea and coffee. How is it? That is how the statistics data can be distorted. So drinking alcohol is better than drinking tea or coffee. More number of people die without drinking alcohol. Always borrow money from a pessimist. You won't expect it back. Right? Pessimist, when he lends you money, okay, I'm not going to get it back from this guy. So he gives you money without expecting that guy to repay. So he won't bug you. He won't bother you. Because he is already resigned. He is ready. Okay, kettadilla, poker. That's what I do these days. In the beginning, I didn't know that one. Now, if somebody asks me or somebody tries to borrow money from me, then I look at two things. How much money is he asking for? If it is not a small money, small amount, then okay, he's not going to repay. Okay, I'm going to lose only this much money. In that process, I lose this guy also. That is good for me. Okay, I'm giving that much money so that to get rid of that guy from my life. Then he will never come to me. Okay, the easy way. Whatever you get into it, okay, kill two birds in one shot. Okay, give them money and get rid of that guy forever. Alcohol may be man's worst enemy, but the Bible says, love your enemy. Frank Sinatra. These are the ways. I told you. Do you like these quotes? If you like these quotes, put L in the chat box. Because now you know the power of humorous quotes. Now you know the power of humorous quotes. Okay. So you can boost your health by every day reading one or two humorous quotes. I have a lot of that is collection of nearly some 500 or 1,000 quotes that are humorous. Some cause happiness wherever they go. Others, whenever they go. Is it understood? Because when you see some people, oh, you feel happy. Some people coming to your house as a guest, oh, you are happy, still like this. And some people, you wait for those guys to leave. They are then only you will get happy when they go. That is what that quote means. Some cause happiness wherever they go, that they bring happiness. Others, whenever they go, whenever they leave you. I have never been married, but I tell people I am divorced so that they won't think something is wrong with me. That is a very good approach. Because after the age of 30, if you are not married, people will wonder why. And 40 years you are not married, okay, you have to explain. They will say something, why that person is not married? You say, I'm divorced, okay, finished. Okay, the curiosity is gone. Okay, very few people are interested in finding out the cause behind divorce. But if you are single, am I right? If I am right, put R in the chat box. If I am right, so she is very smart. She is very smart. That is what. Okay, thank you, Arkanaji and so she has found a way of keeping the nosy people, nosy parkers away by lying. That's a white lie. You don't harm anybody else. Both optimists and pessimists contribute to society. The optimist invents the aeroplane, the pessimist the parachute. Okay? So we need both optimists and pessimists. Otherwise, optimists on the plane, if it crashes, you won't be able to escape. So pessimist thinks about parachute. The same way, the insurance policy also. Some people, for the future wedding of LIC, different policies for their daughter. The daughter is only some 3 or 4 years old. For Mangalya, something insurance. By the age of 20, it will mature and you will be able to get some 15 or 20 lakhs. At the same time, That is because they are optimism. Pessimism, will I kick the bucket before that one? If I die before that one, they take other life insurance also. So that if I die, that pessimistic thought, if I die before that, without, I am not able to pay the premium. So plan B. So optimism, pessimism. Thinking is the hardest work there, which is probably the reason why so few people engage in it. Henry Ford. Is it understood? Is it understood? Put you in the chat box. Yes, thinking is hard work. If you want to think, analytical thinking, okay, Arthanaji, critical thinking, and you have to collect the information, data, facts, verify whether this is right, whether it's true, what should be done, plan A, plan B, plan C. Many people are so lazy. Some people, they don't know how to think because we don't get any training in the formal education, schools or colleges, how to think. What do they teach? Some information. Yeah, great Mughal Emperor, Babur, Humayun Akbar. Some of them are useless. And you memorize. And the examination, they test your memory. And you write the answer, you pass. Tell me, frankly, how many of you can remember at least something about what you learned during the school? 10 years, SSLC, except the maths, 1 plus 1, 2, 5 plus 2, 7, that you will remember. What about other things? Do you remember any of those things, what you learned? If no, put N in the chat box. Put N in the chat box. N. That is what it is. Medical profession, we have to remember. Homeopath, allopath, or engineering, or lawyer. Arts, science? No. Just for passing the exam. It is testing our memory only. No thinking skills. So that is why Henry Ford said that thinking is the hardest task. And Henry Ford is formal education, 10th grader. No automobile engineering qualification. Nothing. Thinking. And he is the guy who introduced that the automated assembly line manufacturing. Before that, nobody thought about assembly line. When he conceived, he needed a lot of area, hundreds of acres, assembly line. One guy will put the steering wheel, one guy will put the wheel, it goes, the car goes. And from 10 hours, it was reduced to 1 hour or 2 hours for making one car. Cost of production came down. He needed money. When he approached the bank for loan, they said, okay, no, nobody has done this way. No, nobody was willing to give him money. They were not able to think the way he was thinking. And he borrowed money from his friends, relatives. That's how he started that way, manufacturing cars. Assembly line. Five types of humor pills. Watch funny movies, video clips. That's what I do. I watch the video clips. Now we are lucky. There's the internet. Video clips are available. Watch them for 10 minutes. You'll laugh. Watch comedy shows, live comedy shows. Read funny anecdotes, quotes. I have shown you the quotations. Read them. View funny cartoons and read trolls in the social media. Funny cartoons, be careful. I watch many political cartoons also. Then I learned it in the hard way. If you want to enjoy the cartoons, especially political cartoons, you must be apolitical. If I am a pro-Congress person, I won't like any cartoon on Rahul Gandhi. I'll be upset. I'll be offended. If I'm a pro-BJP, no. Modi, any cartoon? No. I'm apolitical. I enjoy whether it is a cartoon is on Rahul Gandhi, Mamata Banerjee, Modi. And when I used to share them in my WhatsApp group, then I learned some people who are strong pro-Congress, they felt offended when I shared a cartoon of Rahul Gandhi. And pro-BJP, Modi. So these days, I'm very careful. And if I share a political cartoon, because I am apolitical, many people are not apolitical. Be careful. This movie, if you have not watched, watch that one again. I must have watched this one several times, and video clips also, that Jagadish Srikumar. Every time, yes. Then Kadhalikku Neramillai, in Tamil movie. Hindi, Golmaal, Amol Palekar Golmaal, old one. One thing I learned from one Dr. M.S. Udayamurthy some 50 years back. He was a psychologist. He was in the USA. He used to write in one Tamil popular magazine, Kumudam. There, one method that I am practicing. My dear friends, listen to me carefully. He suggested, if you feel angry, or if you feel upset emotionally, irritated, then in your mental screen, replay a comedy scene from some movie. When you replay that one, you will immediately, your mind, everything will change. That anger will go away. That is what I do. Especially Kadhalikku Neramillai and the Kilikam, Jagadi, that hospital scene. If I am upset or angry, somebody irritates me, then I replay in my mind, mental screen. Very useful tip. Try that one. You will find that very useful. Immediately. Upcoming talks on Thursdays, ostrich personality. Have you heard about the ostrich personality? If you have not heard, put N in the chat box. I want to know whether I'm going to share something new. Okay, Artiraji, no. Okay, no. Guess who created that ostrich personality? I created. So you have not heard that one because I created ostrich personality. And you'll be convinced when I talk about ostrich personality. Then crow personality. It's passcode. And tomorrow, I'm giving a webinar at 6 p.m., not 8 p.m. for an organization in Rajasthan. They invited me. They asked me to be the keynote speaker. Unrealistic expectations. The same link is my own link. So I welcome you all to join that session. Unrealistic expectations. Now, we have 13 minutes. Time management. 13 minutes to share your thoughts. If you want to share any joke from your own personal life, okay, I'm going to share one more joke, interesting incident. 1994, when I came to do the residency training, a few months later, my car had some trouble, so I had to take it to a workshop, and they gave me a ride to the hospital. Then I had to go back and pick up the car in the evening. So I asked a Gorak guy, a fellow white doctor, hey, I need a small help. And he looked at me, yeah, what can I do for you? Could you please give me a lift? Why do you want me to lift you? Okay, he asked me, why do you want me to lift you? Okay, I want a lift. I said, why do you want me to lift you? Then I thought, see, my car is in the garage workshop. I had to go and pick up the car. Oh, you mean a ride? So here it is not lift. Back home we use the only lift to the Ramo. Can you give me a lift? So here it is a ride. Can you give me a ride? The same way, many interesting incidents. And when I came for the interview, this I am sure that some people might have heard this one. I shared in the past. the director of that institution. He was interviewing me. He asked me, okay, Dr. Reddiar, could you please tell me about your education, your experience? Could you please tell me your experience and your education? So I also put a banana inside my mouth. And I said, I'm from India. I'm from a state called Kerala. And I went to the medical school in 1969, and I passed out in 1974. Then he looked concerned. He asked me, what happened? What happened? So I got confused. Why is he asking me what happened? I told him that I passed out. So I repeated that one. Now I use some gesture also. I passed out. I passed out. Then he asked me, why? He asked me, why? I was getting confused. What? Can't you understand that I passed out? And then I gave explanation. I completed the course, and then the accent also disappeared, because when I was a bit upset, my artificial accent went away. My own old real self came out. I completed the course, and I took all the examinations, and I passed out. Then, oh, you mean you graduated? I hadn't heard that expression, graduation. Graduated. I didn't understand. Yeah. So then I learned that here they use the expression graduation. Then what happened? I joined. I was selected. I joined that place, and within a week's time, in the outpatient clinic OP, a patient came. So I asked him, what can I do for you? Hey doc, I'm having fever for 3 days. And yesterday evening I developed terrible headache and I passed out. I got confused. He got headache and he passed out. What kind of examination did he take to pass out? So I realized, okay, something is wrong. Okay, this pass out must be meaning something else. So I just hold on. I went to the next room, to the nurse. I asked her, what does the expression pass out mean? And she said, you lose consciousness. Pass out means you lose consciousness. You faint. Aha. Then I realized that is why when I told in that interview, when I told him I joined the medical college in this year and 1974, I passed out. And he said, okay, I lost consciousness. That's why he asked what happened. Then again, when I repeated I passed out, he asked why. You got it? So, like this, English is also a language that is, if you don't understand, the interpretations will be totally different. And we have our Krishna Arjunan. He shared a real life incident. I'm going to share what he told me 2 days back. One of his close relatives, I am not going to mention the kind of relationship, one of his close relatives, some 20 or 30 years back, he went to Bombay for purchasing. He has a shop. And he's formal education from 6th or 7th grade. And he could not speak Hindi well. And after going there, after eating some food somewhere, he developed severe diarrhea. So he wanted to get some medicine for the diarrhea. He went to the medical shop. And the medical shop, that guy, those are guys with a 7th grade or 8th grade guys, the salespeople. He tapped on his tummy. Loose motion. Tap. Loose motion. Tap. And he gave him 2 tablets and asked him to take. He went to the hotel where he was staying, took those 2 tablets, and within few minutes, the diarrhea got worse. It was like previously it was semi-solid. Now it became very watery. He couldn't stop going to the toilet, coming back. What happened was that guy gave laxative because he thought that loose water, that means he thought he was having constipation. He wants some tablet for making the stools loose. So that is where the communication, miscommunication, these are real incidents. Okay. Yes. Now, did you find this session really interesting? Because if you laugh, definitely your IgA level has gone up. IgE level has gone up. Endorphins are released. And your immunity has gone up. So that's what I do. I'm a medical doctor. My mission is to enlighten and empower people to boost their physical and mental health. So don't think that I have deviated from my medical profession. Yes, I am trying to help the public. Boost your health. Did you find this session interesting and useful? Jessina G. If you found it interesting and useful, put IU in the chat box. Okay, thank you.
Expressions are enough to show that it is interesting.
The Roy Sabuji, Roy MC, he also is laughing. So that is a proof, ultimate proof. And Raman Nayarji is laughing. And some people are not laughing. I don't see that is this Inspire digital classroom. He is keeping a serious expression. Or whether he's smiling, I don't know. Because if Manmohan Singh smiles, we never know whether Manmohan Singh is smiling or not. Yeah? Are you ever noticed Usha Devi ji? Right. And Narasimha Rao. Oh, you have to hunt for a picture where Narasimha Rao with a smiling expression. Eh? So, laugh. Okay, any questions? Any comments? Beena is my neighbor. Beena KS and their husband, Dr. Surendran, they are my neighbors in Trivandrum. And laugh. Look at the children. How often they laugh. A 3-year-old or 5-year-old kid, they laugh. After going to school also, then gradually the teachers punish. And the judges also, inside the courtroom, it is very hard to suppress your laughter. Inside the courtroom, it is very difficult to suppress because the lies and other things, stupid, this one. No. If you laugh inside the courtroom, there is contempt of court. And most of the judges, it is very hard for them to suppress their laughter. That may be the reason most of them, they die before the age of 70. Judges also. Any other questions? If there are no questions, what I'm going to do is don't go away. I will stop the recording. Then I will share some more interesting incidents. I will share some more. And tomorrow, 6 p.m., if you can, join. Unrealistic expectations.